Frank Collada had a face you wouldn't forget. Sharp, hardened, the look of a man who had seen and done it all. But if you recognized him, it wasn't from Hollywood. Collada wasn't an actor. He was a gangster. Tony Spilotro's right-hand man and a key figure in the Chicago outfit's Las Vegas operations. In a twist too cinematic to be real, Collada didn't just inspire a character in Casino. He played a part in it, reenacting a murder he had actually committed. Collada appears briefly in Casino as a hitman, executing a police informant in a Costa Rican safe house near the film's climax. The moment hits hard, even without the backstory. But here's the kicker. That informant, renamed for the film, was based on Jerry Lisner, a real-life Las Vegas con man turned snitch. And Collada? He was the one who murdered Lisner in 1979, personally. That scene wasn't just acting, it was muscle memory. So how did a career criminal end up consulting on a Scorsese masterpiece? The answer is as classic as it is ironic. Collada flipped. By the early 80s, the walls were closing in. The FBI played him a wiretap of Spilotro, allegedly hinting at a hit on his life. Survival trumped loyalty. Collada turned informant, spilling decades of secrets and giving prosecutors the ammunition to dismantle the outfit's Vegas empire. He avoided a life sentence, entered witness protection, and disappeared until Casino came along. Scorsese, a stickler for authenticity, brought Collada on as a technical consultant. Who better to advise on a hit than a guy who had done it? But Collada wasn't just a behind-the-scenes presence. When an actor struggled with a hit sequence, Scorsese turned to Collada and said, "Show him how you did it." So he did. The reenactment was so chillingly precise that Scorsese cast him on the spot. One day, Joe Pesci, playing the film's version of Spilotro, locked eyes with Collada and called him a rat. Maybe he was joking, maybe not. Either way, Collada didn't take it lightly. He stepped up to Pesci and warned him, "Don't ever say that again. If Tony was alive, he'd rip your fucking eye out and shove it down your throat." Silence. Pesci, always intense, always in control, just nodded. He knew this wasn't some Hollywood extra. It was a guy who had actually lived it. That's why Casino wasn't just another mob movie. It had real guys making sure the story stayed real. Beyond the film, Collada remained an enigma. Half gangster, half storyteller. He leaned into his infamy, writing books, giving interviews, even running Las Vegas crime tours, spinning tales of old Vegas. Was he embellishing? Maybe. But the best stories always have a bit of smoke and mirrors. Collada wasn't born in Vegas, but he became part of its dark history. And in the end, he didn't fall to a bullet or betrayal, but to COVID-19 in 2020. A man who survived the mob, law enforcement, and the treacherous underworld of Vegas, taken down by a virus. The ultimate irony.
Where you going, Jagoff?
Wise guys, lend me your ears. I'm now an Audible associate, which means you get a special deal. Sign up with my link and get a free Audible trial. A whole month to binge your favorite books. Think Donnie Brasco, The Godfather, Wise Guy, Casino. All the classics to get you feeling like Tony before a sit-down. And hey, if it's not for you, forget about it. Cancel anytime, no strings attached. Don't miss this chance to turn your downtime into a story straight out of The Sopranos.